Chapter 14, which is the last chapter for this semester, covers crimes of the new millennium. I'm going to really weed out what I don't necessarily want to spend much time on for this chapter. This is a really new and scientific, I guess, for lack of a better word, type of crime. And so, first off, it's not my specialty, and I don't know that we need to spend too much time on it, just because if this is really where you're going to end up, there's going to be multiple different classes and years of experience that you're going to have to attain before you really get into these high level transnational organized crime rings. So what I want to do is just go through this really quickly and give you some of the definitions that I need you to know. So cybercrime. Definitely know what this means. The theft and or destruction of information, resources, or funds via computers, computer networks, or the internet. There are typically three different types: cyber theft, cyber vandalism, cyber war, or cyber terrorism. You'll see them kind of both. So cyber theft, this is stealing, obviously, illegal copying of material, using theft-based offenses such as larceny or fraud to steal material of some form or fashion. But illegally copying material is a form of cyber theft. Cyber vandalism. This is these are individuals who are really just trying to be destructive most often. So they will do a malicious attack, trying to disrupt, deface, or destroy resources that they may find offensive, or just, in retaliation of something. And then lastly, the third type of cyber crime is cyber war. This is undermining social, economic, and political systems, being an enemy to the nation. So this could be from stealing secrets to spying to just using the web to commit some form of cyber terrorism. The internet has been used for illegal copyright infringement, different things like that. When I was young, we used Napster, and you're probably way too young to understand what that was, but it was this massive lawsuit that ended up happening, and I believe it was maybe the lead singer of Metallica that started the lawsuit. But essentially, what we would do is we would just go online and download music. And the common person didn't necessarily realize, I remember doing it and not knowing that this was illegal. Had no idea. Everybody else was doing it. I was doing it too. So I had a Napster account until it was I shouldn't say quickly, but it was shut down. And then they were sued for, I don't even know how much money, because what they had done is they had stolen the music from the artist and provided it out there to us for free or for a minor charge. Let's talk about identity theft real quick. Using the internet to steal someone's identity and or impersonate the victim in order to conduct illicit transactions, committing fraud using the victim's name. So using the internet to steal their information. And one way, typically, how this is done is called phishing. Phishing is a scam where the perpetrator sends out emails appearing to come from legitimate enterprises like Amazon. I know I've been getting them in my inbox lately from Apple, where they're telling my account has been locked and I need to go in and verify it with my email and password or blah, blah, blah. Or you'll see different scams where people fall for it and they give them their bank account information or they log in, and all of it is just to gain entry or gain access into those accounts. A couple more things here. Cyber stalking and cyberbullying. Cyber stalking can take many different forms. There's just multiple cases of it. Sometimes it's creating false accounts, which I believe is actually called catfishing. I don't know. You would correct me in person, I know, but that's a term as well that fits underneath here. But cyber stalking, just using the mail, internet, blah, 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 to stalk and to harass somebody. And that can quickly come into cyberbullying. Multiple different, oh, look, it says catfishing on there. See, I'm still not even preparing very well, even though I'm at home. So, what is catfishing? Catfishing want to stalk their victims, and some stalkers want to bully their targets. They take time to practice what is known as catfishing, a term that refers to the practice of setting up a fictitious online profile, most often for the purpose of luring another into a fraudulent romantic relationship. That's one of the times where I'm just really grateful I'm married, because I couldn't deal with people. But let's go back and talk about cyberbullying real quick. The internet has really increased bullying all the way around, I would argue. Again, I hate talking about myself, especially whenever I can't see you guys, because it feels weird. But when I was in elementary, middle school, even high school, I went to school all day, and then when the bell rang at 3 o'clock, I went home and I hung out with the kids in my neighborhood or my family or my, siblings. But there was no internet the way there is now, and we did not have Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is that you guys use that I can't keep up with. So no one really got to follow me home. But now things have changed, and I've heard some extremely heartbreaking stories where people will, use the internet to put pictures up or make falsehoods and lies and create fake accounts and do all of these things to kids that they go to school with, and as a form of bullying. So I'm really grateful that I grew up in a time in which I didn't really have to experience that. And for those that do, or for those of you that have, I feel really bad, because your home is supposed to be your safe place, and cyberbullying has really led to people being able to come into your house, electronically and bully you even when they're not there, physically, they're electronically present. There's been far too many kids that have killed themselves because of things that have been said over the internet. So, last few things, most cybercrimes are not reported by global business enterprises. And they're just low visibility, and it reveals a weakness in a security system, so you don't like to advertise that you've been hacked if you don't have to. McAfee estimates that cybercrime cost the global economy between $400 and $575 billion each year. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Here's a slideshow or a little graph to show a chart to show you the definitions that we just kind of went over and the examples of it. RICO, one term I do want you to be familiar with, Racketeer Influence and Corruption Organization Act. This is our response to organized crime. That's how we investigate and punish and bring individuals to justice that are involved in organized crime. That is all that I have for you. Have a good day.